of these clothes I got for free just this year. And it's not because it's sponsorships or anything like this. It's also not new clothes, let me tell you that. But they are additions to my wardrobe that cost me nothing, that are the most sustainable way you can do it. And today I do want to talk exactly about that. My approach to a very frugal and sustainable wardrobe that makes me happy, honestly, because I have the pieces of my dreams. But let me put it down. So, sustainability is really important to me, and this is, of course, also a huge topic when it comes to my wardrobe. And also, saving money is something that I want to do and that I need to do because I don't earn that much, and I want to take care of myself and my future. But before we continue, I do have to add a disclaimer. All of the things that I do are amazing and great, but they also have to do with privileges. So I'm aware that just because it's possible for me to kind of spend no money on my wardrobe and have all these amazing pieces that fit well and are made out of natural material and honestly have my dream wardrobe for free, it doesn't mean it's possible for everyone. And I know that. And it's not because of you, but it's because of the infrastructure. It's because of fashion brands. It's because of capitalism. And so just keep that in mind. If it doesn't work for you, it's not necessarily your fault, but I'm trying in this video to give you as many tips as I have and explain to you how my wardrobe is possible the way it is, and maybe hopefully for you make it possible to spend less money, be more happy, and have an even more sustainable wardrobe. So what are these clothes? What is this mountain of clothes? Maybe just to have it very, very, very practically, I just explained to you where I got these clothes from. All of these socks, except for this pair, all of these socks, and this one is actually missing its partner right now, but it's not broken, so it's supposed to be somewhere. Maybe I'll find it. I got from like a shed in our neighborhood where everyone can bring stuff they don't need anymore and everyone can take them. This is something like a buy nothing group that exists, I think, in many, many cities, or these public bookshelves that exist, at least in Europe, in many countries and cities as well. And I can just suggest that you look up online marketplaces where you can give away stuff for free. Check out your neighborhood, anything like sustainability center and circular economy, if they have something like that. If they have places where people can bring decluttered things so that other people can maybe use them. The shed in our neighborhood works amazingly. I bring stuff there all the time. Clothes my son doesn't fit in anymore, things from our household that we don't need anymore, books that I've read and don't plan to reread again. It's an amazing concept, and you will see that some of these clothes are from there as well. So this one is a pair of socks, and it was like Pride merch. So that's another thing. I am against like taking freebies because most of the time they are cheap and stuff that you can't use, like it's just trash. But sometimes I think it does make sure to pay attention, and if someone is actually giving something away that you can use, then I think why not take it? Like, be really, really selective when it comes to merch and like freebies, but sometimes, just sometimes, something valuable and useful is there and you can take it. So that is what where I got these socks from. I also got a tote bag from like our Pride March this year, and I think some stickers, and I'm really happy I have those. A swimsuit. I got this from this shed as well in our neighborhood in the beginning of the year, and I've used it like 40 times. This is actually the most recent thing that came into my wardrobe, and it's a t-shirt that I found close to my apartment, but like just in like under some trees in the rotting leaves. So it like there were spiders all over it. It was really dirty, and it has some small holes and a little stain here. But I thought I can still wear this. It's littering the environment, so I'm taking it with me. I'm washing it. I'm seeing how it fits me, and I'm happy enough. So I will keep it and maybe embroider something, maybe cut it, maybe do something with it, but try to wear it. And my problem is that I have enough clothes, but I find these pieces sometimes, and I think like I can still wear this, but I can't really give it to someone else because it's not really in great shape anymore. So there's an abundance of stuff in my life. There's an abundance of clothes without me even looking for them, without me spending a single cent. This one and this one are two tank tops that I found actually 2 or 3 years ago, and I kept for my son. I kept for him to wear as underwear or something like that. But then I was missing something like this from my wardrobe, and he was like, nah, I don't care for those anyways. And so I took them into my wardrobe. So I found them in our neighborhood, and this is actually something like a person gave away in front of their house. So they just put a box there saying, free, take whatever you need, you know. And that is where I got those from. That is also a good idea. You kind of have to check because some neighborhoods allow this more than others. I've tried to put out boxes for other people to take things, but the person working, I don't know how it's called, but the person working to like maintain the house and do stuff like that, they just threw it in the trash. So I took it out again and tried to get rid of it some other way, like not get rid of it, give it to other people. So, and I think it's more so like richer neighborhoods and neighborhoods with single homes instead of like huge apartment blocks. But sometimes apartment buildings have something like that in the building. You can put like a box of things to give away for free in the building. So I suggest you try it out, you look for it in your neighborhoods and areas and everything like that. And I hope for you that something like that is possible. I've heard in Berlin you can get your whole wardrobe on the street. I don't know if that's true, but I mean, look at me, I'm not in Berlin, and it's kind of possible for me as well. This t-shirt was white originally, or like almost bluish, and I got it from a clothing swap. And I embroidered these flowers on it, and I also dyed it with onion skin. Unfortunately, the dye doesn't hold onto it as well as I hoped, but still, I like the fit of it. It was free, it was completely free, and I had fun with it, and I'm still wearing it. So yeah. This one is from that same clothing swap. It's a corduroy pair of pants, and I love the color, and I love corduroy, and I love the fit, so I was just really lucky. Clothing swaps, I do have to say, are kind of a miss or hit sometimes. For me, it's easier with my body size, and because I wear women's clothes, it's a lot harder for men, it's a lot harder for plus size people. But I think what I do is usually I just go there, and sometimes you have to pay like a few euros in Germany to attend a clothing swap, to like get rid of your clothes and just to attend it. That's fine. I wouldn't really count that. I still think it's free because I will pay that if I don't find anything. It's kind of a donation. And a lot of times it's just a bit of work to shift through everything, to wait a bit and look again when new people bring new stuff. But I've been like very, very successful with clothing swaps, not every single time, but enough so that it makes sense to go if I want to have more clothes in my wardrobe. Usually I go because I have stuff I want to bring there because my family decluttered something and I'm the one who likes attending clothing swaps the most. And then I come home with more things that I didn't even need. Yeah. But that's where these clothes have come from. Clothing swaps are a great source of clothes for me as well. And then here's a pair of jeans, and these are actually from a sustainable brand. And those I found somewhere else. So this might be a gray area, so I'm confessing something to you here. You know these containers where you can put your old clothes in? Maybe you know that this is not a really sustainable thing to do because they are usually shipped to other continents. They destroy like fashion markets there. There's just a lot of clothing waste also ending up in the landfill because secondhand stores and these clothing donation companies, they are suffocating with the amount of clothes we declutter, especially with fast fashion, ultra fast fashion. People buy and buy and buy more, and then they think, like, I don't need it anymore, instead of throwing in the trash. And that's great, of course. I'm gonna donate it, but we don't need any more donated clothes, at least not of the quality that is usually donated. What then also happens, and that was the case for this, is that the container was already full and people had more clothes to bring, and then instead of like following the instruction of like putting it in a closed bag, putting it into the container so it can actually be used again, there was just a huge mountain of wet and dirty clothes in front of the container. So like a mountain of stuff that didn't fit in there anymore. I'm not even sure what people, like the company people, do with that, because it's not in a container, it's not in a plastic bag. I don't know. But that is where I found this pair of jeans, and I've worn them quite much, and I like them, and I think they're sturdy. I think they're gonna be good for several years to come. And this is also where I found this beautiful sweater. It's like, and the amazing thing is, I don't take just anything that kind of fits. I only take the stuff that I really like, and this is like 100% wool. And the other stuff is like 100% cotton, and so I can I can look at my preferred colors and materials and just pick, and I still get all of these clothes for free that kind of end up in my possession. With this one, the case was that it shouldn't have been donated when you look at the things it says on the container, because it had several holes. Like, I don't know if it was moths or what happened to the sweater, but it just had several holes and it shrunk in the wash. So this was supposed to be a lot bigger. But I took it home. I saw if I could like stretch it a bit, make it a bit like softer. It's still very, very like stiff. And I fixed all the holes and now I am happy to wear it. This is also something I want to say, which is really important to me and which makes all of this even possible. And that's like taking care of my clothes and fixing and mending them. So no matter if it's something like this, where it's just, it has holes, it needs to be fixed before it can be worn, or if it's something like the t-shirt I showed you where I embroidered something and dyed it because I wouldn't have worn it in the original color. And then also for all of my clothes that I have, I realized that the lifespan of the clothes can be extended so much if we fix them. I have this sweater, for example, and it's not, honestly, it's not even that old. I think it's like 4 years old. But I've worn it so much. And so, of course, the elbows started to wear through. I fixed this single elbow at least 3 times. Of course, it is the same with the other elbow. And then yesterday I was trying to, I don't know, I was taking it off or something, but just my fingernails made another hole into the fabric. And I need to fix it again now. And there's also another hole. And there's these, like the cuffs were broken as well, and I needed to fix them already. And there's more things to come, but the first hole, I think, appeared 2 years ago in this sweater. And I've made it possible to wear it for another 2 years. And I'm pretty sure most things that will happen to this sweater in the next 2 or 3 years, I will be able to mend. So I'm pretty sure I can extend the lifespan of a sweater or a garment. Of course, it depends. Sometimes there are holes and things that happen to it where, you know, there's just not much you can do. But then other times it's possible to like double or triple the lifespan of an item just by mending it. And this is also what I do to like self-knitted socks, because knitting a whole sock uses a lot of material, but just like fixing it again, you can fix it 5 times. It uses so much less material and so much less time, even though I hate fixing socks actually. But I still do it because it just makes sense. And like this, I'm in a situation where actually, even though I don't buy clothes. This year I did buy like, I think a few pieces of formal wear, because that's really something I didn't have and I needed for some events I attended. But other than that, I don't buy clothes. I buy underwear and sometimes, but it's been a long time, I buy secondhand things. But I just realized the more I focus on this and the more I think about it, that doing a no buy of clothes or a low buy is so easy, because there's an abundance of clothes already out there waiting for us. And I'm gonna say this again, I know it's not the same in every place. I know it's not the same for everybody or every gender or every like kind of clothes you need. But in general, I just think we are blind to the amount of clothes and resources that actually are out there already. And it makes sense to just figure out ways and strategies and find spaces and places in your neighborhoods and cities and where you live to figure out the solutions that there are. Because as far as I know, there are clothes on this planet produced, existing for the next 6 generations. So there's no need to buy new clothes. And yes, I do buy new underwear. And yes, sometimes it might be just the only good option. But even if it's not for free, like I showed you all of these clothes I got for free this year, even if it's just secondhand, there are so many online marketplaces, there are so many secondhand stores, and they carry a lot of trash. Yeah, because people buy fast fashion and then give it away because they realize it's not good quality. But they also still carry a lot of really great things. And so realizing all of this during the past few years, I want to pursue that. I think it's amazing to have a wardrobe that has like over half of the pieces have a cost per wear of 0, because they have not cost anything. It's free, it's just free. So no matter if I wear it once or if I wear it 1,000 times, I do not pay anything. And because these are things that I got from finding on the ground in the forest, so actual trash that's polluting something. I found in like circular economy things like this shed where people can put decluttered stuff. I find them in clothing swaps. Even if I find them in secondhand stores, it is so much more sustainable because these things have been produced, because they don't make brands produce more. And of course, if there's no way to get it for free, some circular economy way, if there's no way to use what you already have, if there's no way to get it secondhand, then of course small sustainable brands. And the thing is, if we don't pay any money for clothes like these, maybe it's possible to pay a bit more to actually get ethically and sustainably produced garments from small brands. So I know, like, I understand it's a bit of work. It's something that we have to get into and learn. But I just have to say I'm so grateful for the place I'm in right now. And I also know that I'm not in the only place on this planet where this is possible. So I will continue on this journey. I will continue trying to kind of not buy anything new and not buy anything at all, and see what is provided by the wastefulness of our society and what I can make use of, like from the waste of other people or from declutter things that people don't need anymore. And I'm trying to be mindful with these resources. Don't take too much, because it doesn't make sense for me to take like 1,000 pieces of clothing that I can't wear. Sometimes when I find something, I bring it home, I wash it, and I bring it to a clothing swap. Actually, I have like a red zipper jacket that I found somewhere laying around. Also, I like sometimes if I find something in the environment, like it was on a bench, and I wait for a week. I see if someone comes and picks it up, if they lost it and want to pick it up. But if it's there for over a week, soaking wet in the rain, I'm gonna go and pick it up and wash it and see that someone else could use it. So I have stuff in my apartment that I bring to clothing swaps, because I don't keep everything to myself that I find, because it's too much. But then again, if it's like it already has holes and stuff, then sometimes I keep it for myself, because who else? I don't really want to give it to someone else anymore. Let me know if you have any further questions. I've been thinking about making a video on cost per wear, or just more like sustainable, ethical, frugal wardrobe things. Let me know if you have any specific questions or video ideas for me, and also let me know your thoughts and your strategies, because honestly, it's so much fun, and I would like to hear from you if you have so much fun as well, or if it's really annoying for you, because I know clothes shopping can be really annoying sometimes as well. For me, it's the case with like a rain jacket. I need a rain jacket, and I don't know. Sometimes it's hard to find the things you need. But thank you so much for watching. I'm gonna link you another video here. But I also wanted to let you know that I'm kind of taking a break from Patreon, but there are almost 150 episodes, so you can still sign up, but there won't be a monthly payment, and you can listen to 150 episodes of my podcast. So maybe I'll see you there, maybe I'll see you here, or in another video. Goodbye.